Baker, Kim Faithful, Vice President Ted Bartram, Angela Smith. All present. It is time for a joyous student celebration. I do want to point out that meteorologically, y'all bring the cold because we canceled last month for you January people because it was too cold. And I don't know if it's that much warmer tonight, but it's a little warmer. So without further ado, I think we'll start with the youngest. And I would assume we would start with January, but Mrs. Harrell, I'll defer your judgment.
All right, our student of the month for January at NELC was Mr. Raven Mary. Some of Raven's favorites are pepperoni pizza. He loves the color green. His favorite animal is cows. And his favorite thing about school is he likes to go to specials. His favorite specials is Miss Lacey's class, which is PE. And so that's something new we're doing this year. So I'd love to hear that time. Raiden is our student of the month for January. He is currently in Mrs. Keesling's red room. He contributes to his classroom by helping his peers when they need assistance. He can always be counted on to do the right thing, even when no one is watching. He has grown so much academically and socially this year. And here's some great pictures of Raiden. Yeah.
Normally we would shake hands and give you this. Yeah, I don't think. Thank you. All right. All right, February, come on down.
All right, our next student of the month is Miss Sloan Ansel. Her favorite food are vegetables. What's your favorite vegetable? Tomato. All right. Her favorite colors are yellow and red. Her favorite animal is a giraffe. And her favorite thing about school is eating lunch and playing outside. All right. Sloan is our student of the month for February at NELC. Sloan brings so much joy to the orange room each day. She always has a smile on her face and has the best imagination. She also always tries her best. Her excitement for learning is contagious. She shows belonging each day by making sure her peers are included in every activity. And when she grows up, she would like to be a scientist. Can you tell us who's in the picture? Yep. And there's some fun pictures of her playing outside, and then a picture with her and Miss Shannon, her teacher.
Nice choice. Give that to you. And then, what do you think about going over by those hands and taking pictures? Is that all right? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Mom and Dad, if you want to come, we'll take pictures. All right. You're going to get your favorite pair of hands and stand by.
All right, so for Northeastern Elementary, we have our January student of the month. All right, so this is Colton. I'll tell you a lot of great things about Colton. So he is in first grade in Mrs. Gross's class, and some nice things that were said about him. He has such a caring attitude towards his friends and teachers. He's polite and always says, "Bye, Mrs. Gross." When he leaves each day, he's extremely responsible and makes sure his work is done well and turned in on time. He's patient and works and plays well with his peers in class. Colton works through our activities like a champ. He's extremely proud when he gets to answer correct, but is humble at the same time. He never shows off or brags about it. At Northeastern, we always say every student belongs, grows, and contributes. That explains Colton perfectly. He's such an important kid in our classroom, from his strengths academically, sweet nature, participation, and his tremendous growth. For these reasons, Colton is the perfect choice for first grade student of the month. So when interviewing Colton, he shared information about family members. He has a very new family member, right? Big sister. Okay. And who's here with you tonight? Mom, Dad, and you. He has a cat. Bubbles. Right? Two more cats and dogs in January. Oh, okay. Wow. Very exciting. Hobbies of Colton's include playing toys at home. We have some pictures here of him doing lots of activities in his class. And his favorite food, vegetables also. What's your favorite vegetable? Garden together. Wow. Favorite color is blue. His favorite subject is math. What he loves about his teacher is that she does fun activities in class. And his favorite thing about NES is that we get to do fun activities like making penguins. That's our fun. Yes. This is Colton. Congratulations.
All right. Colton, you want to shake everybody's hand? All right, big guy. I'm going to give that to you. And we're going to go over here by these hands and take a picture. And then we'll take a picture of mom and dad and whoever else wants to be picked. All right, buddy. Yellow. One, two, three.
Look at that little baby. Oh my gosh.
All right. Congratulations.
Making her way up here is our February student of the month, Miss Kate. All right. Peyton is the kindergarten student of the month. She shows many qualities we look for when choosing this recognition. She's a very caring attitude. She cares about her learning, always wants to do her best. She shares with her classmates. Everyone loves Peyton. Peyton shows responsibility by coming to school prepared each day. She always keeps her desk clean and tools put in her supply box. Peyton's very patient. She will kindly wait her turn in days of recess. When she needs help, she's not afraid to ask for help, but will also wait her turn. never shouts, but raises her ideas. Good job. Peyton enjoys working together with her classmates. She shows teamwork when she helps pass out good choice tickets each morning and helps Mrs. Older take down the chairs. Peyton has the best smile when she completes a craft or activity. She's proud of her work and her accomplishments. Peyton came into kindergarten a little nervous and overwhelmed. She was a little scared to do wrong and try something new. She's grown in this so much this year. She can now problem solve when needed. She's not afraid to make a mistake and take a risk. Could not be more proud of Peyton and how much she's grown this year. She's everything in life should strive to be. And so she is a kindergartner in this picture I have. Or do I have pictures? And you have family here tonight. Well, thank you. She also has a cat named Kimball. Is that right, Kimball? Okay. And hobbies include, she says she loves painting and she loves to draw pictures of her cat and her family and her house. Some very cute pictures here. You don't look anything like this. Her favorite thing, ice cream, strawberry. Favorite color, blue, purple, pink, and yellow. Favorite subject is math. What she loves about Mrs. Older is she is kind. And her favorite thing about EPS is that she loves it when she has recess and she can go over and have fun.
Yeah, do you think we're gonna be camera shy?
No.
We'll be all right?
We'll get it
Okay,
done.
all right. All right. All right, this is for you. This is where you're gonna have to be big girl and over here for hot sessions. I like your ribbon. You want that? That's okay. Ready? This one's for the picture. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you'll let me know. They have
Wow. Maybe.
I want to thank Ms. Williams for coming to do Student of the Month this evening.
All right, I have the pleasure of presenting our 6th grade Student of the Month for January, Liam Garwood. And I'll have Liam go ahead and introduce his family who he brought with him tonight. When we interviewed Liam, he shared with us his likes. He likes social studies class, spaghetti, and archery. His dislikes, I won't take this personally, Brussels sprouts and being bossed by his sister. His hobbies include playing outside in the snow, so he might enjoy the cold weather, Dr. Nick. Archery, and you're on the archery team, correct? Yeah. Soccer, baseball, and video games. And so when we looked at our 3 pillars at Northeastern, when we looked at belong, we in 6th grade feel that Liam exhibits belonging at NMS by actively participating in our class discussions. He works well with his peers during group activities. He always seeks ways to include others. He shows respect by following rules, and he embraces his uniqueness of himself and the others around him. And he shows a commitment to being a valued member of our school in and out of the classroom. In our pillar of growth, he is a student of NMS who's always growing in ability and confidence. He consistently challenges himself by asking thoughtful questions in class. He seeks feedback. He shows determination when he's faced with difficulties. He takes ownership of his learning. He sets goals, and he works steadily to achieve them. Over time, we've seen him apply new strategies in the classroom. He takes risks in his thinking and learning, and he's been developing those confidence in his abilities throughout the year. We love Liam's growth mindset, his can-do attitude, and we see that inspired his classmates around him. And then our last pillar of contribute. We feel that Liam goes above and beyond to support his peers whenever possible. He shares helpful ideas during group work. He encourages others, and he's willing to offer help whenever anybody is struggling. Beyond the classroom, Liam contributes to our school community by showing kindness, demonstrating leadership, and taking part in activities that make our school a better place. And so when we asked Liam what he liked about 6th grade, he said he likes getting to meet new people and going to different rooms for classes throughout the day. And I'll have you share what you like to do when you grow up.
One thing about being a Northeastern, the next year is impossible because I want to.
And so I think we see a lot of those great qualities in Liam in the classroom of his willingness to help those around him. So I love that career choice.
Sorry, I didn't want to leave you hanging. We'll go take a picture.
Oh, sure.
We'll take a picture and then we'll get a picture with Rachel and what I get in the phone like that.
He looked at me.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it. All right, that's great. 1, 2, 3, cheese. I'll do 1, 2, 3, cheese. And then,
Mom's right here.
yeah. Do you have? Okay, that's all right. I can take this picture and then.
We'll send it to you.
Okay. Good. All right. Cheese. Congratulations.
All right. For the 7th grade, we would like to introduce you to our student of the month, Allie Press. And so her family is Jenny, Adam, brothers, Austin, Caleb, and sister-in-law, Haley. She also has 2 pets, Callie and Pink. My mom, my brother, Caleb, and my dad. Thank you. All right, likes and dislikes. You're going to see some things repeat on here. First of all, she loves dancing, cheering. She loves babysitting too. She's currently for hire. She likes hanging out with family, hanging out with friends, baking. She likes social studies and geography. Her favorite teacher is Mr. Reed. I'm not really sure why. He's a little bit mean. He's kind of a jokester. As a matter of fact, Callie came in the other day. Happy birthday, Miss Mitchell. My birthday is in June, and he told everybody I was turning 50. Yet. So, but Allie is so sweet and comes in and is like, well, happy birthday. Because that's the kind of gal she is, right? So some dislikes though, she dislikes arguing, being late, missing work, bad grades, and some hobbies that she has: dancing, competitive dancing, teaching kids how to dance, cheerleading, reading, scrapbooking, especially with pictures of relatives. Ways that we feel like Allie really shows that she belongs in cheerleading. She's a part of the track team, definitely with dance, and all that that incorporates between teaching others and dancing herself. And then also she's a big helper. She helps the teachers keep the school clean. When we look at growth for Allie, especially in the classroom, she sets goals for herself and even meets those goals and exceeds anyone, which can be difficult for some young people. They struggle to talk to folks, so we're glad that she's also feeling like she's growing socially. And then as far as some of her contributions, we couldn't put enough things on here. I think one of the things that we love most about what she contributes in the classroom is her positive attitude. She comes in every day with a smile on her face and ready to go. She's always prepared. She's helpful with her peers. She's always helping the people that are sitting on both sides of her. And I know I see that in my classroom, but the other teachers are all the exact same thing. She's always helpful. She has good work ethic. She likes to get things done. She likes to get them done on time, and she likes to have them done well. She makes positive choices, even when others around her might not be making the most positive choices. She does. And then she's always a great participator in class as well. I think one of the things I like is not only is she a good participator, but she also gives other people the chance to participate too. She doesn't feel like she always has to be the person with her in the air. She chooses the best times when she can, especially when maybe no hands are in the air. Like you get out of the hands. So that's pretty good. And then so finally, what I like about 7th grade is how we're involved with the other grades, like how we get to work with other kids, not just in their own grade. And so when I grow up, I want to be a veterinarian or a welder. And that is the
Thank you, Ms. Mitchell, for coming to present as well. I'm gonna give that to you. We're gonna go take a picture, and then maybe your parents want to take a picture with you. All right, that's it. You get to pick your hand color. That's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to probably just
I know. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you and you're gonna tell me what to do. Follow you around town. I don't know, you look like you get into some pretty good adventures.
I don't have January. I have February.
Almost up February. My computer's not gonna-
That's fine.
Hi, I'm part of the PE department for Mr. Oler and Ms. For the night. We chose Manny Hag as the February student of the month. His family, dad, brother, and sister. Did you bring anyone else with you today? Okay. Okay, and this is a picture that Manny shared with me. His favorite, he's a fan of the Chiefs. I think he's over the Super Bowl. At this point, his name was very popular the first couple of days back. He also enjoys Dr. Pepper and the Taco Bell Doritos Logos tacos. Manny, his hobbies, he enjoys playing video games, particularly right now. He said Rainbow Six Siege. He enjoys hanging out with friends and going on walks. Manny belongs, grows, and contributes at NHS. He is going to be on the track team this year. I've had the pleasure of having Manny since 6th grade. So seeing his leadership skills and the way that he literally belongs, grown, and contributed in my classroom is really special and fun. He has developed so much patience with his peers in our PE class. He will take anyone under his wing and give them the help. He's so patient. It doesn't matter if they follow the rules or not. He is like level-headed, calm, cool, collected, which I rely on a lot. He always gives his best effort and participates in class each day. When I got to tell Manny that he was student of the month, he was just like, "What? Real?" Like, I don't think we would have predicted in 6th or 7th grade that he would have been here, but I'm so proud that he's here.
And I've heard a few other teachers in the building say like, yeah, I heard Danny's doing this, like he's so excited. And so like it's been really fun to brag about Manny that when I tell people he's famous. And he's also very kind and respectful to his peers and staff. Maybe favorite thing about high school so far, being almost a year in, is the freedom of the high school compared to the middle school with like the long lunch and the different elective options and classes that he gets to choose. If Manny could go anywhere in the world, he would go to Bora Bora because the pictures of the waterfalls and views, obviously these are gorgeous pictures that we found, but that would be his place to go. And his future plans after high school, he knows he wants to go to college, and he knows he wants to join the workforce. So for now, we're figuring that out. But
Thank you, Mrs. Mullen. She'll do it if you give her a second. Nice job, honey. I'm gonna get that to you. We'll go over here. You can pick your hand colors to stand in front of, and then maybe your folks come and take a picture with you. How about that? All right. Ready? One, two, three. And ready?
So we're gonna do it this way. Okay. Please stand over here.
There you go. 1, 2, 3, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Right. You're welcome.
So the high school student of the month for January was Anna Fox, and she was nominated by the Ag Department. Anna and her family, her mom consists of her mom, her dad, her older sister Savannah, her nephew Gianni, and two German shepherds, Dixie and Val. Anna's favorite movie is an old western, The Man from Snowy River. Our favorite book is Rita Hayworth and The Shawshank Redemption. I think it's no more about this. Favorite food, Dad's smoked brisket. So we'll wish that. Subject is history, TV show, Golden Girls. And her favorite FFA event was the National FFA Convention. And her hobbies are reading and playing tennis. And some of her favorites here. Anna's favorite thing about Northeastern is the wonderful teachers and the friends she has. Anna's favorite memory is when she and a group of her friends were teaching Mashikoi card game at the district FFA convention. And if she could go anywhere in the world, she'd like to go to Hungary. She comes from a long line of Hungarians and thinks it would be cool to visit a place where Hungarian culture comes from. And her future plans are to go to Purdue and study aviation and also aviation management and professional flight. Why Anna was chosen? Anna was chosen to be the student of the month by the Ag Department because she exemplifies what a knight should be. She contributes a great amount of her time to not only our FFA chapter, where she serves as our reporter, but also to her extracurricular activities both in and outside of Northeastern. And helped coordinate a community service event where FFA members went and volunteered at the Boys and Girls Club to help children shop and wrap presents for their friends and families during the busy holiday season. And to make sure that every night belongs by encouraging them to join a club, do an FFA event or contest that may be new to them, or simply having them join her group for class activities or FFA projects. And it continues to grow her wealth of knowledge and her skills by going beyond her comfort zone and trying new things. She has signed up for a multitude of FFA community service opportunities and contests that she has not done in the past. This shows us that Anna is willing to try new things to make herself a better person and an FFA leader. And that is Anna Fox.
Future photo maker, congratulations. Let me give that to you. We'll go over here and take a picture, and maybe you guys can come in and picture with him. Produce one, pretty good way to go.
Ready? All right,
Thank you.
Need help?
I might take your phone.
All right.
Teachers who came to support their students, thank you very much. Especially on the I'm looking into the signs. We're good on the student. Okay. We're finished. I believe that concludes student of the month.
If you guys would like to stay before to learn different duties, please stay. If not, this will be a good time for you to leave. You like them? Even Mark?
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. We are ready for administrator updates. You know, it's ready. What a great reason. Okay. Since our last meeting, I had a chance to attend the IAPSS Executive Committee meeting. The board may remember I am the District 6 representative for the IAPSS. It's voted by my peers. We are working on hiring a new training officer to handle all of the organization's professional development. And this summer, we will have the dubious task of attempting to replace Bob Taylor. So the meeting was very interesting. We had a lab process for 2 hires, and we won't see each other again until the summer. So we did a little bit of work to set that up, but it's a very exciting time to be an IAPSS member. I had the opportunity to attend a former Northeastern high school principal's retirement party, Mr. Rusty Hensley, after many years as a teacher and administrator, retired as the director of the Missionary Career Center as of January 31st. I think was his last day of actual work. But if you ask him, he was trying to slow down. He and Tammy Smith, who was his secretary they were together for probably 15, 20 years. They ran that joint together. So had a chance to go and wish him well. He was a tremendous partner to Northeastern during his time at the Richmond Area Career Center. Always worked with our counselors to make sure our students were scheduled. If we ran into any sort of concern over the course of their time there, he was an over-communicator. Just a great partner to Northeastern, and I felt really lucky to have a relationship with him for the last 5 years. He will be missed. He is replaced by Josh Higgins, who has big shoes to fill, and is able to do that. So I had the chance to go and do that. He is the one who took the principal pictures off of the composite. That's the legend. I heard it was had a chance to participate in the Chamber of Commerce's strategic planning sessions. The Chamber is undergoing a strategic plan similar to the one that you and I would have done with the board a few years ago. And hoping to help the community have a shared vision across the county and work on making Wayne County a great place to live and work. So it's been interesting, lots of interviews and lots of data gathering, and it's an exciting time to be in Wayne County. There's a lot of investment coming our way, and the chamber hopes to help influence that so we have to do the most good with the dollars. So it's been really energizing. Had a chance to convene a meeting with Hills and Purdue as we continue to move the Pet Academy forward. The high school team, Mr. Markward, Mr. Keating were there, and we are starting to make our 3 to 5 year plan. Now that it is stood up, and students, we have 3 students that are working how many days a week?
2 or 3 weeks.
2 to 3 days a week working at Hills half day. So it's very exciting. We were able to get that spun out sooner than the initial plan, and we got those 3 students working now. And right now, our juniors are preparing to be in a position to go there next year with the seniors. And we hope to expand our relationships so that perhaps we're someday supporting other local businesses. And we're hoping to have more RAS 32 kids come down, participate in our coursework, and be able to work at Hills as well, and with some of our other partners. So it is exciting to see where we are in terms of the growth of the Pet Academy, and could not be more grateful for the work that Hills and Purdue has put in organizationally to help us be successful. Had a chance to participate in the Chamber's Legislative Task Force meeting. This was not just a meeting about educational laws that are happening, but laws that will impact Wayne County. I was able to share some concerns about some of the proposed legislation and how it could negatively impact Northeastern. Some of those proposed laws have changed since that meeting, and they continue to get better as time goes on, which happens in most budget sessions. Sometimes the budget comes out unfavorable for schools to start, and then once the impact on schools is fully revealed, most legislators realize that schools are a necessity. We need to make sure they have money to keep going. I know our representative and our senator have a very keen interest in our success, and they do take our input as they continue to consider their participation. So grateful to have the chance to work with the chamber and try to help shape communication and help our community continue to be successful as they work through this legislative session. I was able to convene a meeting with Fountain City Fire, Williamsburg Fire, Wayne County Sheriffs, and Emergency Management, and our team, our administrative team, and our SROs. We are planning a mock accident simulation in the fall, and those take a lot of planning. So it was a very productive meeting. We know where the wrecked cars will go. We know that we have to write a script. We know where the helicopter is going to land. We made a lot of headway, and we're really excited to partner with those organizations. They asked for the first one that we not just focus on drunk driving, but that we focus on texting. So we're working with them. Our speaker will probably be from Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and she's come before, and if it's the speaker we've had before, very impactful. And so we're trying to figure out how we work both together, because we wouldn't want to dishonor that part of the roster child and drunk driving. So we're working through that, but the fire department's incredibly committed to this work. Wayne County Sheriff's committed resources. Emergency Management is going to go to the county council and ask for permission temporarily to close Wallace Road. They are willing to take extraordinary steps to help us pull this thing off and help our kids really think about their safety choices when they're behind. So really a great opportunity to work with our team and their team then I attended the Reed Foundation meeting. Again, the Reed Foundation grants $2 million worth of gifts back to the hospital. Some of those gifts impact Northeastern. All of those gifts impact anyone who is receiving care or Reed. Grateful to have the opportunity to continue to serve on that board, and they're doing exciting work there. So thank you for that opportunity. And then I had a chance to attend the chamber board meeting, and it is, I've been to 2 big chamber meetings in the last few weeks, one of which was the Business and Education Committee meeting, and we've outgrown that room. We have so many people that are coming to those meetings now that we're going to find bigger space, which is a fantastic problem to have. And the same thing happened at our board meeting. We're into the second row, and we're going to need to build bleachers because so many folks are participating in the work that is happening in the county. And so it's really exciting to represent Northeastern at that table. In many of those rooms, I'm the only superintendent that has been invited to be there. That's a reflection of the work that we are doing. That's not a Dr. Hicks result. That's a Northeastern result. So really appreciate the board's support in that regard. Could not do it without the administrative team, our teachers. Just really grateful to be able to represent us in these spaces. So, that's everything I have since last meeting. Any questions about any of that?
So you did a podcast.
Yeah, I was on a podcast with Alfredo Diamond. If you don't know Al, he's got a great show, and he's a great community leader. So I was tickled to get the invitation to go to that. And we had some Barbara. So thank you. The mock accident is planned for the
September 12th is the week before.
So the goal, I'll let you explain the goal of.
So we also do the week before homecoming, kind of drive the message home about being safe, especially with homecoming. And it'll stay out here for the week, so kids will still be able to do that. On that Friday, September 12th, we have the Wade football game. So that's why we're doing it that week, and we'll still be there.
Because we do the parade on homecoming, on Friday at homecoming. We typically have the mini parade out on the track. We just felt like too much to try and wedge this in to something that's already big day. We'll leave the cars up on all this. We had this fantastic conversation about maybe moving to 27. Emergency management was like, no, we will get hundreds of calls about 2 wrecked cars out on 27. That's why you do your job. We will, we'll put these over on walls. All right, I think we're ready for it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. Since Mr. Smith is not.
I tried to hide them.
She did try.
Thank you.
So, since our last meeting, we went through and finalized GPAs for our seniors. So what we do is, the way it currently stands with valedictorians and salutatorians, we, after 7 semesters, we calculate GPAs, and then we identify who the salutatorians and valedictorians are. So this year we have 3 valedictorians and 9 salutatorians. Then also our student Latin honors this year, we have 37 students that have 3.7 or higher GPA. So in our academic excellence bank, we'll honor all of those students at that. On February 21st of this Friday, we'll be sending out a message to all parents and juniors. Our SAT is approaching quickly. So we will do a digital readiness on the 28th, and then obviously we'll process that on March 7th. In the past, we've done it all stayed in the cafeteria where we've had all the students in there. We've got a great attendance rate. But this year we're going to try a little bit different. We're going to go to the classrooms. We kind of blocked off the front to our hallway. And so we have a classroom for accommodated testers. We have 5 other classrooms. So the average classroom comes about 18 students in to take the SAT. Kind of get more of that classroom atmosphere, kind of help settle the nerves and go from there. So that'll be on March 7th. At our last staff meeting, one of our teachers brought forward a great idea of long and action log. And so what it was, Mr. Hasso had this idea that he noticed that the students in his class going above and beyond. So he wanted another way to identify them other than just student of the month. We only get so many. So he's like, hey, I'm going to do a long and action log. And so what he did is he shared that with all the staff, and so we started doing that. He is an example of one student that is new to his class, and he was going to sit down and do the one-on-one with him. And another student stepped up and said, "Hey, I'll do that. Can I do that with him?" And just kind of took the lead on that. So there's that idea of helping the other student along. And so that's something that he started and we are now doing at the high school. Winter sports is starting to wrap up. The girls basketball team had a heck of a year. Sectional champions and major regionals, and came up short. I think it was 24-2 was their final record of the year. Had a great season. For wrestling team, we had 8 students advance to the regionals, then 4 to the semi-state, and then obviously Heather Crawl has advanced to the state again. This is her 3rd time in 4 years. So we'll do a champions walk on Thursday, about 3:20. And she wrestles on Friday at 3. They start at 3 o'clock on Friday. If she wins on Friday, she'll automatically be one of the top 8 in the state, and she'll have to wrestle again on Saturday. So good luck to Heather on Friday. Then boys basketball sectionals, they will start on March 4th, so that's going to be nice. Now, Boston Color Guard is currently competing in the Winter Guard circuit, and they're off to a great start. Their first 2 events, they placed first in both of those. They're doing it in the Ohio circuit, but there's even some Randolph County schools that were in it, and so for them to get first place, and it wasn't by like a smidgen, like it was a good sizable lead that they got on the other schools. So that was pretty awesome to see. Also, congrats to 18 of our high school, middle school students that participated in solo ensemble. From the high school side of it, David Parker received a perfect score for his final solo, and then Elena Wester also qualified for the state competition. Then most recently, they had the recent Pendleton Jazz Festival. Was it this past Saturday? And one of our students, Paul Ross, received the Outstanding Musician recognition. And he is a pretty good musician as well as everybody else. So, one thing that's not on here is this morning I got to attend the Wayne County FFA breakfast. That was a neat thing because the 3 schools that have FFAs, Bakerstown, us, and Western Wayne, all come together. They had a huge breakfast at the Wayne County Fairgrounds, and so we got to do that this morning. Neat to see it. They did a little different style than a panel with former Jason Romo, Northeastern graduate, was up there. Is that Mr. Tara was another Northeastern graduate? So had some different people up there and talk about experiences and what have you failed at? They said you're going to fail. Just get used to it. Just don't repeat it. So it was really neat to see them give advice to the students. Really talk about that.
Any questions for Mr. Mark? Thank you. I'm going to do an abbreviated impersonation of Mr. Smith. Your middle school board notes are in front of you. The 7th and 8th grade boys basketball team made it to the championship of the Wayne County tournament. The middle school has hired 2 teaching assistants. NMS finished its 2nd I Learned checkpoint. The middle school had a wonderful PD experience working with Marianne Maxwell from Marzano. Teachers also began the process of creating a data wall, which will eventually be partnered with an electronic data wall. SROs Davis and Brown led both buildings in safety training and scenarios during the February PD. And EMS and Jacob Cox provided stop the bleed training for the new staff. Stop the clock, I think that's as fast as the school update will ever be. You're welcome. Any questions that I can answer on behalf of Mr. Smith and middle school? All right. Ms. Stevenson, welcome.
It has been a very strange start, like for everybody, but to not have had a normal week since Christmas in the elementary is like Christmas every week elementary. So a lot is going on though. We did have a family experience a devastating house fire, if you heard anything about that. And the outreach in the community and the school and our teachers and our staff has been amazing, and that family has been so gracious. They've come multiple times to pick up just buckets of bags and things, and have more than they have room for. So we have somebody donating space to hold their things. So that was really nice to see. I had a really nice voicemail from the from the Breakfast Bunch, is what they're known as, a group of retired teachers, ladies that gather and do breakfast, I guess, often. I don't know how often, but they sent a small donation in, which was very helpful to get something organized for those children involved in that house fire as well, and then just for anything that we could need. So that was very nice of them.
And live stream, sure.
Yes, and like, yes. Life, yes, we've had 2 churches, so that was next. I'm sorry. I'm
So
sorry,
sorry.
Dan. I should have started with it. Sorry. Life Spring and then Pastor Josh also have reached out and asked what else we need. That's it. So it's been fantastic. Speaking of Life Spring, we have always had support from them for the Adopt a Teacher, I guess, program initiative where some teachers in the building each year are adopted by a small group or a group from the church, and they provide supplies and activities, encouragement for the teachers and students. In the last couple of weeks, I've been working with partners at the church to expand that to touch more teachers than just the couple or handful that are adopted each year, which will be, I think, fantastic. So they were asking, like, are there ways we can support the entire staff? So I know, for instance, there's a box of snacks like on its way right now that can go in the lounge. So we've been brainstorming ideas about that. And then our second semester of dive is about to start. We typically end up with almost 60, 70 kids. So we are not done collecting donation slips, but we will have many, many kids participate in that program. So we're excited about that. We have updates to the materials. The last board meeting when we presented for just a few minutes, we did get the order going, and we were able to sweet talk our way out of about $6,000 of shipping and handling, and even more of a discount. So the quote did come in almost $6,000 less than what we had predicted, and I believe Trish has everything she needs, and we're ready to order and get those materials here. We also tonight, you'll see on the agenda, the achievement grant. So just as a reminder, the literacy achievement grant is something that the elementary staff, K through 3rd grade teachers, will be awarded for all of their efforts in the IRE 3 data that came out from last year. And so we did have the biggest amount out of the Wayne County schools, which is exciting. Our growth, our kids' growth was amazing, and just the amount of kids that passed. So that is ready to go, and we're excited to be able to give back to the teachers. We've included teaching assistants as well that impacted those particular groups, so I'm excited about that. And the last 2 things, Mrs. Smith, who is our special ed teacher in our applied skills classroom, took her first field trip with her class, and they went to Civic Hall to Professor Wow, and it went well, and they really loved it. And so through working with Rebecca as well as Mrs. Smith, we're going to continue to set up more small field trips, whether it's just being on the white bus and going down to the mini mart or whatever it is to get her sites those kiddos out and about. So exciting. And then just a shout out, because of our schedule and because of everything we're doing with initiatives for reading, just to our teaching assistants, because they are subbing and they are in the lunchroom and they are working in small groups and they are chasing kids around, not bad, but you know, Angie, what I mean when I say that. Corralling children all day long. So it's been a really, really hard transition back with delays and schedules and things, but it's taken us back and even when we call them the night before, we do tomorrow, they're like, okay, I'll be there. That's all I have.
Any questions for this? All right, Sarah.
All right. I think, where do we start? We've been busy at preschool. So Past Quality came for Purple Room, and so we're good to go. We received 100% on our rating for that. And so they will match the same level that we have at EOC. So that was exciting.
Which means we're eligible for the voucher program through the state.
Yes.
So that's a big deal for us.
And they look at our instruction, our curriculum, some policies that we have in place. It's more about the quality of the program, not necessarily those making sure rights are locked up, ratio, things like that. So it's just nice to have that. And then we're at level 3. Level 4 is the max, and so that's the accreditation piece that we're just slowly working towards. I believe this was shared last month, but NELC had their licensing visit with 100% as well. So that's something we're super, super proud of because it was quite lengthy. I started a couple years ago, so they worked really hard of just adjusting some things in the classroom and making sure that we're compliant in that. And so the building will have their hospitality visit in March. So hopefully I can get that in before I take my exit to leave this. The Valentine's Day dance has been rescheduled due to sickness with quite a few students who are not going to be able to make it. And so it will be this Friday that we will get to celebrate that home time. And so we have about 30 students that will be doing this for that week. So we're excited. We also have Donuts with Dudes and the book fair coming up the first and second week of March, as well as we are going to try chocolate sales this year. It's always a huge hit at elementary, and so we're going to have lots of chocolate in a little tiny building, but it'll be okay. So we are also going to be going to the Muncie Children's Museum, and the 4s are going to be taking on the Indy Children's Museum. And so hopefully we can get as many chaperones as possible. Our enrollment link went live on Friday, and it was out for 17 minutes, and I had 34 families sign up. And so we're going to be back on the wait list, I think, which is exciting, but I also hate obviously turning students away. So just a huge response for sure.
Any questions for Mrs. Scott?
What's the Valentine dance for? Just the students or is it a student guest or?
It's like an adult. So we're allowing 2 adults and then the student. The elementary. We just see the gym, they're just moving around. But it's
Well, hopefully, I don't know, there's a chance that this is Mrs. Girl's last for the year. So we'll keep you abreast of what's going on in the FLC. We're very excited for her.
Thank you.
Before you go on, question for all administrators: how do you feel like the 2-day switch to e-learning to try to combat the overwhelming amount of sickness that we have? How did that work for students? Was that effective? How did it work for our teachers? What's your feedback on it?
Our numbers came back to. So it helped out. We went from 85 kids on that Monday to we came back 2 days later. Staffing came back. Pretty few staff that were sick a few days longer, but it was much more manageable. The high school side of it was much better. I would say for the middle school number, just because it's a shared building, their numbers remained good, so that helped out. Just at the end of the day, it made it easier to go and handle business without trying to figure out who will be covered, how many kids are missing, where the classes are going to be.
I know the studio staff did a great job. They were out and about cleaning those classrooms like crazy too during those 2 days as well.
So it's like this for us because we have to watch ratio. And so I had a lot of adults out. And so instead of having to do classrooms and kids around, and why am I in this room and not that room, it's like really hard. So it was definitely nice. But we still have some kids who are starting to get around too. So
Yeah, we were initially at almost 100 without people being at all, and we had staff the way they were here, but those are fully staff. And hopefully it's been, I had several that, other buildings here, they just came up in, took that big, so, it's better now, but we had 60 kids out for multiple days. I definitely think like some feedback from teachers is more frequent high quality cleaning if we have elementary, not just in a situation like this. So they like sanitizing doorknobs. Those are kind of old like COVID habits, like you would shut down and like sanitize the handles and all of these. But I feel like with flu season is just proactively better now to just start doing it, like starting in October or every night. But I definitely think we deep because we had a lot of grossness in our building. I don't know.
Are they trying to do that then? The cleaning?
Yeah, so we've met with them, so Brian and I, we've also had we've had at least 2 new manpower people since all of that happened, and right, maybe I've seen 3, we've been having somebody come over from the high school. So just very quickly trying to explain that this is what we need. But I definitely would say Mac and Ron, who are in charge of it, morning and night shifts, they understand it's just the manpower, of having someone consistent there that can do that every night.
And we closed for 2 days, and 2 of their custodians kept on. So that building didn't get cleaned as easily as we would have anticipated. We didn't find that out.
Yeah, there's just custodial staff that can clean. I heard someone that we have volunteers come in to do things. I didn't know if that was true. So it's hearsay.
Just
I think it's volunteers.
we are close. So there's like,
I had several teachers come, and TAs, I also had several teachers come and do their own. I know that the teaching staff in our building did kitchen area.
Our kitchens were probably cleaner than they've been since we opened the school. They were leaching, like it smelled leaching. I don't know if you guys did.
At kitchen, maybe not cafeteria, but kitchen area. Yeah. But we also, I thought it was interesting, we still had a, thinking next year, hopefully never happens again, we still hosted basketball games that night. So what might have been cleaned, then that was like left over. And everybody was like, we heard you shut down, we were here for basketball. And I was like, sorry.
So our policy is if we have school virtually, we can have events.
Yeah.
We talked about the fact that extracurriculars are voluntary.
Yeah.
For athletes and fans. Turns out, we had a high attendance rate.
Are we fully staffed for Queens room?
So, do we have the 3 second shift custodians and 1 day shift custodian who should be over there? Yes. Are 2 of them or is 1 of them manpower? Yes. And we've sent over an extra manpower person. Manpower folks very rarely make it to full-time employment with us. And the reason for that is myriad, some of which is attendance, some of which is cleaning, and other things that get revealed as they spend time with us. This building, I think, has its second shift almost fully staffed. I think we have 1 manpower person still.
it's probably the most consistent it's been in a long time. It's usually there's a lot of turnover. So lately it's been pretty consistent for, I can name them all. That's good.
So we are starting to hire more. We've been able to hire more in the last 6 months than we hired in probably the 3 years prior. But are we 100% fully staffed by our employees down there? That would be the goal. I don't know that we ever wish we could. In the 7 years I've been here, I don't know we've ever had not a manpower person in one of the slots. So,
But like Tierney said, she said like they need high quality food. Is that going to happen? Like, can it happen with what we have?
So when Ron, there was a great period early in this year where all 3 of the elementary people were our employees. Didn't last very long, but during that phase, when they were all 3 our employees, that building was probably about as clean as it's been in years. So maybe not.
It's just been very, yeah, it's just been very. We've had a lot, we've had several manpower even that. There, has been very, very poor.
and there just doesn't seem to be anything happening with it. I mean, I know we have people that we issues, but
Dozens of people have been hired and know that out of the position. So it's,
I just want, what can we do? What can we do? to Get it like clean, at least start clean and,
well, we come off the summer. It is good. The problem is, we don't have the luxury of doing something clean all the time because it's spread out over their shifts. This building has people in it from 6:30 in the morning, so 10 or 11 o'clock. We would have to allocate a lot more from the salary to this day. And even places, IU's offers substantially higher wage, better benefits, and other ancillary benefits, i.e. free tuition for Indian children. Even they struggle to find custodians. So it's not just us that are experiencing this, but we experience it keenly because we are trying to do it.
is it possible to like, just like come in, like hire a company and just come in and do like a one-time, like deep clean?
We talked to some industrial cleaning companies, and our size is such that to hire an industrial cleaning company, like the kind of coming manufacturing, is cost prohibitive for us. It's triple or quadruple the amount of money we spend for the services, including cleaning supplies, machinery, stuff like
Do a
that.
one.
No, they don't want to do one. They want to do one. They don't
Yeah,
want-
I
they don't-
understand that, yeah.
uh,
I just mean like a one-time clean.
I haven't found a company that's willing to do that. Talked to another company that would like to do talked to another company that would like to run our cafeteria and our custodial service.
I know that.
And that is, we have enough food for that they're not ready to do that, but they want to give somebody else to do it. So we are kind of stuck in this weird situation where we get by, but it's not great. And we try to be great. We hire really the manpower people that we find that are worth hiring, after they've been on probation for 90 days. But it's not something that we have been able to solve because the amount of money that we're able to pay, or IUBs is able to pay, which is a lot more than we can pay, is enough for folks that decide to pay. So that's been our difficult. I don't know the solution for that yet. We have hired high school kids in the summer. We've hired high school kids that are in the cafeteria before, and we would hire a high school student to clean. But we're putting them with our second shift custodians supervised, which is a layer of concern. And the stigma for some kids, they don't want to be out here cleaning our toilets while there's classwork. So trying to balance that. We've been prohibitive, but we're not. I think we're not close to that.
Most kids jump on in the summer because it's a summer job. In the school year, they usually close a lot of that extracurriculars that we're participating in too. I get a team really good at
But I think if we found kids, at first he's hired them before he would hire them again. I just don't know. We found a lot of kids impressive. There's a little less searches than we hope. Yeah, we can put out a flyer and see what interest we get. Hiring some kids.
And maybe it's like a strategic or tactical with us first, because I think what I know of this summer is that they have a very specific list. You have your maintenance and custodial, but then you have our TAs that will hire on, or just summer help, and it's a very specific list. And I
think one of the things that I see, and we all experience it, is we might be fully staffed, but we still have somebody to call. And when that person calls in, now they've spread it out thin. Now we're trying to say, is, okay, get the cartridges, get the desk cleaned out as much as you can, but still you have to go on very early as well. I think that's one of the things I consistently see is when we do have people call in. Or 2 people call in one night, and that's my thing that Eric still was like, please communicate to staff, hey, we have 2 call-ins. If you have something in classroom that needs done in the day, call me, I'll come take care of it. Because it happens a lot. And it's just, I think that's, when we're not doing those experiences, that makes sense. Getting people to work is one, getting consistency is another.
I would have possibly a concern about like kids doing it, students doing it, because then someone just has to be responsible, like, are they really cleaning, or are they just keeping on, if they're paying them, you know, so that. Yeah.
Certainly, I'd be interested to see a breakdown like that, like what you're describing, to see what ways there might be, however, the means of getting additional help to clean the facility. What could be things that would be easy for our regular janitorial workers to hand off and say, vacuum the floors. Okay, vacuum, we can just go, and they don't have to play babysitter, and it would allow them to maybe accomplish some of the tasks that are just lingering that they're unable to get to. But we think of different ways that we might be able to accomplish some surveys where we might be able to schedule a day at the school where we get some teams to come in and get some community groups or and then just work our way through different parts of the buildings too. The same thing in the high section, but we do some in the high school, just to try to help. Keep, especially like you said, like I can see some type of a campaign or something come October next year and say, hey, this is happening. Remember last year when we had to take days off from school because your kids got so sick and how bad the flu was? Let's try to see what we can do to combat that.
I know I've been in buildings before where certain days of the week, the chairs would be all knocked out. Because you knew projects were being done, and then certain days they stayed down. That was something that.
When I was in Minneapolis, West Virginia, one day, so teachers started buying their own school foods and they'd be their own programs and they had 400 meeting days and some stuff in school paper scraps.
Yeah, and I get like I think it's great when teachers start to do stuff like that, but I'll say it very carefully. That's not what they want. I think it's great when a teacher takes on the responsibility of the classroom and the health of the kids that are in it. But I don't want to start saying, yeah, teachers, you deal with your problems, stuff like that. So yeah, I think if we had some kind of a plan that we could see a partnership with our custodial staff, so it's not like, yeah, we're going to come and take care of your job.
And also if there's like, a place that's like really gross, that like, it just never gets touched or whatever. You guys are in the building all the time, you guys would know like, oh, this place here on the corner of this whatever is really gross. This is super kitchen. I'll complete it.
But I think it's one of those things that's too easy to job. And I don't want to make that like a long statement. It seems too easy to job. We should be able to get some people who are looking to serve in our community to be able to come and help out in some of those tasks. I think we have to go about it carefully, but yeah, I think we have a plan together to know how we can best partner with those who actually run that area. I'd be interested in seeing what we can do to make something happen.
Yeah.
Well, Shay, I don't want to speak for,
Not for just them, but for
yeah,
other
other
organizations.
organizations, but it could be one of those things where we just, I'd be willing to do some of that, or if we as a board, or just do something where we let our community know, hey, let's just get involved in fight the sickness that's at our school by members of the committee without making anything, angry or having a hard time. That's the other side. So just interested in helping us get to some solutions in that for all of our facilities as opposed to just realizing that we have a problem and keeping manpower.
Other questions for the administrator during the update? All right. Are there any members of the community that have come to give comment to the board? Going once, going twice, going thrice. Hearing none, there are items in the consent agenda to include the approval and signing of the January 22nd regular board meeting minutes, approval of claims for this month, transfer tuition application, ninth grader, fundraisers, NES World's Finest Chocolate Bars for next school year.
We are on it.
No one else is selling those bars next
That is
September
our
4th
territory.
to September 26th.
Right.
After prom, we'd like to have a Chipotle night, April 5th. The Student in Need Fund is selling food, drinks during lunch and during games to help raise money for family activities and everything required for February 20th through the end of the school year. Damsels have a gift card raffle March 1st through 20th, bake sale, and selling small flag to March 18th. A buns cake fundraiser April 1st through 15th. Kids dance camp April 19th. And calendar donation fundraiser May 1st to 21st. Food truck Friday, June and July 25. And kids free night June 28th. 2025. The National Junior Honor Society is going to start their team wars during SRT next week. Baseball will sell 50/50 raffle tickets March 1 to 15. Baseball apparel February through May. And would like to hold a golf scramble at the Elks on April 6th. And the Music Boosters have a Mother's Day market. And vendors pay for booth space, and boosters will sell refreshments May 2nd and May 3rd. Donations. We received a 5,000 donation from Dot Foods for our athletics program. There is a list of field trips in your administrative content. 10th graders to the rack. Intro 3D art to Elstro Plaza to see the ice sculptures. FFA small engines and the farmer's breakfast. And the milk quality contest. And the volleyball tournament. And to the Tiffany Fairgrounds. Where somebody was blue ribbon. Juniors would like to go to IU Indy for a college tour, and then again to Ball State University and to the career fair. 4th grade to Conner Prairie and to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Seniors to the career fair at the Wayne County Fairgrounds. Academic team competitions at Richmond, Knightstown, Union County, and again at Richmond. Jazz band to Hamilton. Speech and communications to Yoshibas to give speeches. 1st grade Ball State, principals to teach and IUEs, applied skills to community instruction, and principals of healthcare to read. Out of state or overnight field trips, the damsels, just getting back in the swing of competition, regretfully asked for approval of a January trip and an early February trip, but by golly, they would like forward permission for the February 22nd grade trip is asking for permission to take the Washington DC trip in May of 2026. So not this year's eighth graders, but this year's seventh graders. And the FFA would like to go to Wilmington, Ohio. Under personnel, we have volunteer middle school drama club, varsity baseball coach, assistant varsity baseball coach, volunteer baseball coach ×3, middle school boys and middle school girls golf coach, volunteer softball coach ×3, and our our assistant athletic directors for this school year. We have a TA part-time at the elementary. We have the voluntary resignation of our ag teacher and some TAs, and we have a separation agreement. And we would like to add an additional role for 2 homebound teachers. Any questions about any of the items under the consent agenda?
Any questions?
Make a motion to approve the consent items.
Motion made by Ms. Barger for the consent item, second by Ms. Smith. All in favor? 5-0.
Under unfinished business, we have volume 37, part 1 update as provided by Neola. Didn't know if there were any questions about that. And it is the second reading, so it is the board's prerogative as to whether they would like to take action on that policy or they would like to table for another reading.
I make a motion to approve policy update 37.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Claypool to move forward with the policy update 37.1, second by Ms. Barker. All in favor? Motion 5-0.
We have.
I
Okay.
have a comment about the new business.
Yes.
So when we have new business, can we have like for each agenda item, like a sentence or two, like explaining what they are? I feel like it'll help us and it's like more helps the public if they are looking at this, or understand. Because maybe some of the things we might understand, but maybe no one else will, So we just have like a sentence or two, like, what does this mass appropriation transfer about? What is this?
Okay. So the mass appropriation transfer document is how we clean up the end of 2024. But sometimes we have to overspend in a utility, but we didn't buy a bus, or we overspend on one teacher's salary and we couldn't find a TA and we didn't have to use that appropriation. And so what happens is we balance within common control so that all of our appropriations used and all of our funds match the appropriation. And we call it the reconciliation button. And Thomas hits it, it balances everything out and spits this document out for us that we bring to the board to approve so that we are balanced and close out December of 24. And just a reminder, this is Thomas Willis out. We normally do that in the January meeting this year that way. So, So, yep, this is to move all of those account numbers so that anything that was negative is 0. So that's really what that's for. staff out of Title I, we pay the staff out of the education fund, and then when we get the Title I money, we put it back in the education fund. So that is what this fund transfer is. To clean that transfer back. We also had to take all of our, used to be known as lab fees at the building levels. Those funds were required to come into the education fund per statute. So most of the money in those funds were from the sale of our iPads, and we moved them back into the education fund, but we're using them to do our next refresh. That's all of those.
Motion made by Mr. Van Dyke for the funds transfer, seconded by Ms. Nichols. All in favor? 5-0.
We are part of we entered into an agreement with the Commission for Higher Education and Indiana Universities to have a residency teacher program. This is for pre-service teachers who are studying at IUs. Teachers, they will do student teaching with teachers, some of whom are in the room. And through that grant that I worked with IUs to have, the student teacher gets a stipend to help cover the cost of their tuition books and matriculation costs to become a teacher. The teacher cooperating with the student teacher gets a stipend, and IU East gets a small administrative fee. And Tricia and I just get a lot of bureaucracy and no money out of this grant. Thanks for nothing, IU East. But nonetheless, it's great for us because you guys can correct me. We get first crack at those student teachers. They have to at least interview with us,
Like
right?
my student teacher got $6,000 per semester, and she gets $6,000 more in May. Like it's not just a stipend. It's huge to them. It's like this is a paid internship, which is what it should be because of how hard they work and they can't really hold another job. So it's huge for them.
Yeah, I think it's huge for them. It's not a bad nod for the teacher who's cooperating.
No, it's better than the $100, like
Yeah.
or whatever. But
And IU East has been a great partner in putting it on, and they are most of it.
So where's the grant come from?
The Commission for Higher Ed. So the Department of Education, they used to be two different departments, but the Department of Education traditionally in Indiana is over to 12, and the Commission for Higher Ed is in charge of IU Tech, IU Purdue, all of the universities in state funding. Recently, the CHE was folded into DOE, but they still operate as their own entity, and they're the ones who make the grants because it's all higher ed. We're really just the beneficiary of the product, the student who has their teaching license. So that's the partnership. You approved the stipends for our staff, but I wanted to put it here so that I could explain it a little more fully and let you know that we work really hard to have good community relationships. This is one of them. So
So this is their senior year?
I think it is. Amy, is it just seniors, just student teaching, or do they care?
at least 7 years.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's right. But it's hard. I get confused because it feels like your building is saturated with pre-service teachers. So they'll come out.
But I think that grant is written for certain reasons.
For now. Well,
I don't think, not all student teachers are getting it.
I think that's right. And I think IU East is the one who kind of says, we're placing these kids at Northeastern. These are the ones that qualify for the to go teach in Preble County, which isn't, I wouldn't make that choice, but people do make that choice. They're not eligible for this because they have to work, they have to at least try to work. Because there's they have to try to get work in Indiana, and then I think there's like a prorated payback system that they can do it, so. Yeah. So I think that is actually the limiter. I don't think it's us, I don't think it's IUs, I think it's whether they decide they're willing to stay in Wayne County or not. I think that's right. We'd have to ask Adam Scott, but I think that is probably one of the limiters. They have to be eligible to stay if they take it from. Yep.
I make motion to pay the residency grant stipend.
Motion made by Mr. Van Dyne for the teacher residency grant for teachers spoken. And Ms. Bartram second the motion. All in favor? 4-0.
Under the early literacy grants are the gross amounts that we paid out for teachers. Tier 1 is teachers. Tier 2 are interventionists. Tier 3 are TAs. And the grant was for $44,111.16, and you will take the payment, the tax, and the turf or perf out of the grant because it's such a large amount. So we need the board permission to pay those out.
How many teachers does that affect?
One. There are 22 teachers, 3 interventionists, and 6 TAs. Last year, I think, I don't even know if it was $200 per teacher. Like, I don't remember being a ton, it was small. We got a tenth of the amount. This year, it grew by 10.
I'll make a motion to that.
Motion made by Mr. Van Dyne to approve the early literacy achievement grant, seconded by Ms. Smith. All in favor?
It is time to approve the 25-26 out-of-district transfer application. Believe it or not. And with that, we approve our cap sizes, 105 at kindergarten, 105 at first, 100 at second, third, and fourth, 105 at fifth, 120 at sixth and seventh, 125 at eighth, 125 at ninth and 10th, and 0 at 11th and 12th grade, because we do not take out district transfers in 11th and 12th grade.
Hey, seniors, do we have?
Currently, it's, first middle, high school, high school.
On the 25-26 transfer.
Make a motion to approve the 25-26 transportation application.
Motion made by Ms. Bartram to approve the 25-26 transfer tuition application, seconded by Ms. Smith. All in favor? 5-0.
For three applications during this time as high school principal, Mr. Martin covered the high school by himself. This last stint was over half a semester, and I think it's time to recognize the fact that he's done that work. He's evaluated every single teacher in his building during those times. He's handled all the discipline. He's not missed an event. He's been at everything that would normally be cut across the team. despite us trying to get him to let us cover. So he is certainly worthy of a stipend for those days where he covered. And I've done some calculations with Ms. Roll. So the first stretch was 27 days. Every 20 days is a month of school. Second stretch was much shorter, but it was actually, it was a long time, but it was only 7 school days because it was summer. And this last stretch was 42 days. So 76 days, which is 14 days short of a semester. And that assistant principal daily rate, not including insurance, just the daily rate of our assistant principals, at time 76, the district saved $25,460, not including the money spent on insurance. And so my suggestion as a starting place would be at least half of that, which is $12,730. Mr. Marker is a stipend in gratitude and service for covering the building also for 3 years. But I didn't want to set a price without a discussion with you guys. So,
I think that's a lot.
what,
I understand, I get it, and it's nothing against him.
Yeah.
I just think 12,000 is stuff.
what would be more powerful?
Any other comments? Ideas, suggestions? I would, in my opinion, I would be okay with that. What is it? What was they paid?
Insurance, it would probably an additional 12.
I think that's saved us quite a bit of money. Get along with it. Somebody else would have had to have done anything.
I don't, I would make the same argument as we have for other administration positions. And for any.
We've done it. So we have, for a period of time, we had an English teacher, the chair covered for, gosh, I think it was 6 weeks. We paid the daily rate for the teacher for a couple.
I see it as a standard of practice for how we treat employees, so I'd say.
I would agree with you too. I was just trying to make a compromise. I was going to, but I would be okay with 12. That is a big one.
Like, for half the work.
Yeah.
Half the day for what that's been done. I would imagine that not all the duties could be covered during that time, so I think what you're proposing is fair. Nobody fully covered two people's jobs. There are things that happen in times where you're carrying weight of two jobs, so I think we could. I think that's just. Especially when you're taking that practice with others. I don't think it's necessary to change it.
I'll make a motion. Should we,
Bartram for $12,730 for the high school Christmas stipend. Second by Mr. Van Dyne, all in favor? Motion passed 5-0.
That concludes new business.
Board comments.
Thanks for hanging in there through a lot of sickness and a lot of teachers too, and everything that you guys are doing. Weird work. It's just been a rough season for our entire community with all of this battle for sickness. There's been a lot of e-learning, which I know we're all like, yay! He said sarcastically. Thank you all very much for.
I'm not sure if we coordinated the student athlete night. That was really well done. I seen the picture from here Loveland, but also seen the picture posted online. It showed all the kids together and the way that was done, which was very nice. So I'm not sure if everybody else has got to see that yet, but
Mr. Allen's in there. Still not sure to do some more things. It's been going very well.
maybe coordinated very well. So the picture looked good. The way they set it on there. And saw the teachers sit in the back row. They come more often.
And in the intermediate space, but not the front row, just like church. Good job.
Any other board comments? Okay. Any employee comments?
Thank you for your support. This is appreciated.
And I want to thank you because working for an organization where board members reach out and they find out that one of our families has lost everything. That doesn't happen everywhere. We are interconnected. We do know each other. And the fact that the board really does step forward and say, what can we do? How can we help? That doesn't happen in every school district. I'm grateful for fighting that you care about this community and care about our people and our families. So, thank you.
Any other comments? Anything else? Take a motion for adjournment. Motion to adjourn. Second. Motion made by Ms. Bartram to adjourn, second by Ms. Smith, all in favor? We are adjourned.
Thanks, everybody.
Like, bring something around.